Hello, everybody. I'm Will.
And I'm Kristen.
And this is So I'm Watching You, Season 4, Episode 10.
The Death of Jonathan Moore.
Before we get started, I wanted to say thumbs up does the best for us. Please like and subscribe. And if you want to watch this along with us, you can head on over to our Patreon at patreon.com/soimwatchingtheshow and join the $3 tier, where we have unedited full-length reactions that are varying, but this most recent one, we were
pretty good.
It was
pretty
a roller coaster. Yeah. And if you want to just help support the channel, we also have a Cashapp and a Venmo, because YouTube has decided to mess with us with the ad revenue, and apparently there's too much hate content or hateful language or hateful content in our reviews.
Look, I called the one character a C-word and someone reported it, but that character was a C-word.
Yeah, she very rightfully assessed the situation, and my guess is that the YouTube reviewer was not watching Wolfpack to know that Kendra is a C-word, and by that we mean worthy to sail the 7 seas. I loved this.
I think I did too.
I saw a lot of comments about people hating it.
Yeah.
And, I mean, are they hating it in that Joe got away with it?
There's no show if Joe doesn't get away with it.
This is fantasy for me.
Yeah, for sure.
This is fantasy.
Yeah.
Any reality where I'm rooting for Joe is not an assessment of...
No, but he is the anti-hero! Talk about a needle drop.
Okay, the thing is, I would normally roll my eyes and accuse that of being too on the nose if the juxtaposition wasn't so good.
Yeah.
The knowledge that that's Taylor Swift is what makes it ironic, is what makes it feel so...
Yeah.
It was so good.
Well, I also was like, by the transitive properties, I think he is friends with Taylor Swift. I think they are at least friendly if they run into each other, because she is like...
I mean, they're peers.
She's like besties with Blake Lively, and he has to keep in touch with Blake Lively.
Mm-hmm.
So
no, they are peers. It was so good. The way that this episode was able to tie up so many loose ends, and the places for a 5th season, which I think I want to be a final season. However, at this rate, I'm kind of just liking each season more.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I am doing that thing that I do with like horror slasher movies and stuff, where I don't think of it as realism. Although frankly, now that he's wealthy, this is kind of the most realistic it could be.
It's true.
Like, man. How was this episode like 3 hours long? There's so much happened.
53 minutes. Also, there are only 4 books right now. So yeah. I don't know if she's working on it. Well, the most recent one is coming out this year.
This also could be a good end, but I think that we will get another, because this is also popular, I think we'll get another one. Marianne survived.
You're right.
It didn't feel...
It felt, okay.
Go ahead.
It felt way too down,
cynical.
deep in a hole for how this show operates.
And it's a mean show.
Yeah.
But there's a poetic justice or a poetic irony or
That's the thing, is like, if we're taking this as like horror movie rules or soap opera rules, or like within the rules of the show, almost everybody who has died has deserved it based on the rules that we are given, which are in Joe's head. So like, but she didn't deserve it. Like, she had done nothing wrong. So your issue, like, please don't come for me.
God,
nobody deserved to die.
No, but you're saying Beck violated the Scary Movie rules. Like,
correct.
She wouldn't have survived Scream because she didn't close the window. Like, she didn't take the immediate steps.
And it's like Peach was like actively like antagonistic to Joe.
I largely see what you mean and what you're.
They have been in his head. They are breaking social contracts with him, and because he is psychotic, that means they deserve to die.
Mhm.
And so arguably the people who died in this season deserved it the hardest, except for Edward. I'm very upset about that.
Exception that proves the rule.
It's fine.
I mean,
I'm gonna allow it. We barely knew him. He was the most endearing in the last 2 episodes, but like he's got such a cute little face.
Yeah, but also that death is in service of a plot that, as far as I'm concerned, is still in play.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
The thing with Marianne is because he had already moved on to Kate, and yet he still cared about Marianne. Mm-hmm. Ergo, she had not broken the rule. Plus, she was already on a redemption arc. Twice with her substance abuse, and then the daughter. Yeah. And
I love that she seemingly got her back at the end. That's dope. I mean, I know. Well, we got
there's a lot that we didn't see.
Yeah.
A lot behind the scenes that we didn't see. But
we did get the note that, like, it was actually Nadia that Joe texted on her phone. And so that's, like, very interesting. But you would think it would be still kind of suspicious.
I'm sure stuff happened.
We also, before we keep moving forward in this episode, we did not actually put enough of a button on it, in my opinion, that Tom is the one who had Adam killed with the Club Vonder sex workers. That was like 100% confirmed. I just thought that was something that needed to actually get a button put on it.
I do like he was a little bit of a red herring. Like that's the part. Okay, sometimes plots are a series of dots that you connect, like a connect the dots. And other times they're masterfully painted oil paintings in which everything feels
connected,
part of a greater whole. And that's what I get with this, where it's like, if you were to just diagram the plot of it, it is patently absurd.
It's insane, yeah.
But the entire, like the world of it all, this, like, the little montage at the end of Blessing and Sophie and Connie and Roald, and how, like, a combination of, like, even Connie, it's like he was arguably the best of, well, Phoebe was the best of them.
Phoebe's the best of them, yeah.
But she also got
she got a happy ending,
which is what I wanted. But okay, we think Romeo and Juliet is overrated, and so a lot of times when there are allusions to Romeo and Juliet, we tend to groan and roll our eyes. This is one of the better I have ever seen, because it's secondary, even like
just the fact that her daughter's name is Juliet.
And I just love the fact that
taking fake poison is like what got Marianne
there's
out.
A character that has, like, related to Juliet. Yeah. I do, and it's enough, it's removed enough, and there's enough of a wink that I like it. So Nadia and Marianne had 2 plans to get out. The first one was killing him, which didn't work. So the second one was faking Marianne's death, because that's the only way she could actually be free of him.
Yeah.
And so Nadia was able to...
They switched out the pills and gave her beta blockers, which...
And the thing is, because you could ask me... There's so many things. I'm trying to have so many conversations.
There's so much.
We'll come back to Marianne, moving to Nadia. So basically, he framed Nadia for his...
Well, he framed Eddie for murdering Reese. And then
he framed Eddie
because he basically, what he's told her at the end was, what's going to happen is they're going to find a box in your place, but it's going to point to Eddie having killed Reese, and you couldn't live with it, so you killed him.
Okay, that's the part I missed.
Yeah.
But so he was like, so he still he worked the system with his internal code,
Reese brain,
because he knew that she would
go with it,
survive. That
she'd live, but she's in prison.
But she's out of the way for his thing. The reason why I'm less frustrated by that than, well, first of all, she is alive, even though that is so traumatic. What he put her through. But when talking about committing the scary movie sins, she was too involved. She, like, put herself into danger too much, too frequently. Because, like, I made a joke in our reaction where she was, like, in class the other day or something, and I was like, the way I would be in Sydney, Australia.
So far away. Not my circus, not my monkeys. You got her out. Like, you got Marianne out, just leave.
So yeah, in that regard, Eddie is there, and there are victims.
Yeah.
In this.
Well, it's like Delilah from season 2 was definitely a victim but love killed her, you know, and so it's like
it was Nadia's meddling that got Eddie killed.
Correct, yes. And so in that sense, again, yes, the show earned it, and according to Joe's rules, it makes sense. It was a justified killing for him.
Man.
You were totally right too about him jumping off the bridge being really like
you were like making fun of it.
What did you call it?
You were like, oh my God. And I was like, I mean, Joe is nothing if not indulgent.
Self-indulgent. That's what it was.
Like
I just like, because that was not high enough to kill him, and so then can he just not swim and he was drowning? Like, I don't really know.
He strikes me as the kind that wouldn't be able to swim.
I mean,
I was so judgmental.
He grew up really poor in Brooklyn. I guess.
I was going to say, I'm sure there's microaggressions
but...
layered in that. I am so sorry. I apologize. I deeply apologize for that.
It's okay. That's white on white crime. We're allowed.
The Reese thing, although he didn't get rid of Reese, so we still have, because that's what
I saw his reflection. He's not, but he's not separate anymore, which is we
will see that actor
Ed Speleers,
again.
Maybe, yeah.
Because basically, I'm fighting with myself because I'm trying to remember everything that happened in the episode and give my thoughts, but then also what they set up, because Marianne had to survive.
Yeah.
Because Marianne will not let Nadia go down for this.
She
will find out about it.
That could be.
And that will bring her, because they made sure where Marianne is like, you tried to help me, I'm no one to you, leave. And Nadia wouldn't do it.
She was like, you're a person.
And so that's why he didn't kill Nadia, is because we will see Marianne again, we will see Nadia again, and frankly, I think we'll see Phoebe again, although...
Could be.
I like her so much.
She's in Thailand.
Get your fairy tale.
Let's leave her in Thailand. Interesting. He did kill Tom.
Yeah.
But he framed it so it looked like the bodyguard did it for money. And then...
Now, I don't recall because there was so much information to take. Does Kate know he killed? It seems like he kind of has just...
It seems like he came clean about everything. I'm not sure.
Or was it selective?
I'm not sure he told her about her dad. But
Well, that's the one... I feel like of all of them, that's the one he could.
Maybe she just was like, that was what she was like implying, is that she knew. But she's the one who said it to him. He was killed for money so I don't know. But now she's got the whole empire. But
she figured out that her dad wanted him to take Reese out, didn't she?
Yes. Because he asked about the DNA.
And
she was like, what a shame. They won't find out. So she did
the thing that I want in these types of shows is for because, okay.
She's like a very gentle Lady Macbeth.
But the thing is, it's like, if you're going to be with someone who is a killer, I think for so many people, it's, are you a killer, yes or no? I don't know what I'm trying to say. If she trusts that he is not going to hurt her, what does she care at this point when you're dealing with this level of like power and wealth and like...
Yeah, because that's true, because that's a security that Love never had, because he only stopped trying to stab her when she said she was pregnant at the end of season 2. Interesting.
And so I think maybe of what happened, if we're clarifying, and this is what I interpret happened, is I think he was going to, and she stopped him from actually confirming these things.
Yeah.
Because she's like, she figured it out, and we don't need to know. I don't need to know what I don't know.
I really like Kate as a character. And what's her name? Charlotte Ritchie. She's very captivating.
And that's a argument for the show's continuation.
Yeah.
Is the fact that they are able to, because the plot is he becomes obsessed with a girl.
Yep.
Falls in love, kills people around her, and then kills her.
Yeah.
And to do that again and again and again, but have it still feel exciting and fresh and interesting. And it's the ways in which you move the pieces around the chessboard.
I will say, though, my toxic trait is that I think I could pull off her haircut. I want it so bad.
I would recommend against it.
I'm not going to, but it looks so chic, and I just know I can't pull it up.
Also, not for nothing, in as far as production goes, it is it's not an expensive show, but it has the money it needs. It's a very good looking show.
Like it's about to be a little more expensive if they're trying to put us in a billionaire's environment.
But I mean,
why did he look terrible, by the way?
And that really bad.
That was not a good shirt. He should have kept the beard.
I don't know if it was on purpose.
Why is that the shirt he was wearing?
Just getting older and
no, because I still think he's hot, but it just was like
But they were trying to make him look like Joe again.
Yeah. I had forgotten when I rewatched all the seasons before part 1 came out, I had forgotten how much weight he lost for this role. He it just makes him look so creepy.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh.
I'm very impressed.
Yeah.
So yes, I'm trying to think if there's what else do we need to touch on?
Oh, here's the crime that Tom did besides all the other crimes that made him deserve to die is that he was tracking Kate's menstrual cycle. Unacceptable.
Yes, and also the guy I gave a blowjob to, that was like, ugh! Like, how would you possibly have...
How do you have that intel?
And to have that, to distill it down to that,
yeah,
to record. Like, it's one thing to, know the guys that she's seeing.
Yeah. But it's 9:15 p.m. blowjob.
The guy she blew at that was... And you're right, it's like the overprotective father, whatever, but there is, especially...
Well, I can go so far as forgiving, buying her whole career and everything, just as, thinking you're doing the right thing, but it's the, keeping track of your child's sexual exploits, it's a bridge too far for me.
I kind of mentioned, but I liked the red herring quality of the other friends, and...
Yeah. Well, they're just, together now, and they've got Cynthia, who is, cleaning up all their messes, paying off...
She seems like...
Madre Linda and stuff.
She seemed like she was cast with intention.
With her arm? She's missing an arm.
Oh, Cynthia?
Yeah.
I missed that entirely.
Yeah.
No, I just meant she seems like she will be a character.
Oh, I hope
the
so.
Show
yeah.
It seems like that was a casting decision made with foresight.
Yeah. I agree. Her name is Nadia Albina. Also, shout out to Harry Long as Nurse Pilarski. You, sir, are a tall drink of water. Oh, but pour one out for bodyguard Hugo.
That was great. Greg Kinnear, trying to, he's in here, come get behind you. God damn it.
Yeah, pretty solid. Yeah, I don't know. I dug it. Mm-hmm. I thought the season was good, and
we feel like we're forgetting something. I don't know if we are. If we are, apologies, but we sort of...
Watch our upcoming 12 episodes to figure out if we remember.
So, anyways, I had a great time.
Me too.
And hopefully we do this again in another year and 4 months.
Yeah, we'll see.
Bye.
Bye.